Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. We are getting started. Oh, and this is a country life, and I am getting started here today making food for my soon-to-be daughter-in-law's bridal shower. And so I'm going to spare you me in the camera right now. I slept in a tent last night. I did a workout this morning, and then we're going to be heading down to the garden to rip up a whole bunch of to rip up the shredded weed guard fabric. I want to say this is like the 4th year or something like that. Could this possibly be the 5th year already? Anyway, it's time for that to go, and we're going to be putting new stuff down. But that will all come in its time. So anyway, I am going to be doing these chicken tacos. They're calling these like Taqueria, I think, chicken tacos. And this recipe is from thefoodsharlatan.com. All right, so I'm timesing her recipe by 5. She says that her recipe will serve 6, and that's 1.5 pounds of chicken. And so I just times it quick by 5. 7.5 pounds of chicken is what I need to do. So I have 3 pounds here of chicken thighs, which is what her recipe calls for. And then I have some chicken breasts as well. I'm going to put the chicken breasts in the bottom of the crock pot because I want the chicken thighs and the fat from the chicken thighs to drip down onto and soak into the chicken breasts, which have a tendency to be a little bit drier. So the Food Charlatan says that the key to really good homemade taco seasoning is to add in cornmeal. So for like every packet or quarter cup, you would add in a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. And that all is going on this chicken, which seems like a lot of taco seasoning. Wow, that seems like a lot. All right, and now we're going to put in a whole stick of butter plus a little bit more, plus 2 more tablespoons. I'm just going to cube that up and put that right over top of the chicken. This butter is really going to add a ton of flavor. The other night we had venison roast, and I did have it cooking down in a gravy, but it was, with the gravy, it was not dry at all. But if you, like, some of the kids don't like gravy, and so they were just wanting to have it plain. It was kind of dry. We also had corn on the cob, and so some of my butter had kind of fallen off of my corn on the cob and soaked into the meat, or was like kind of like melting towards my meat. And so I just scooped up the meat with that butter. Oh my goodness, that was so good. So everybody started putting pats of butter on their meat. It just added so much, just savory. It was so savory with that butter. So you know that recipe for the Mississippi pot roast? I believe that's what it's called. And you put the whole stick of butter on top, even when it's a beef roast. Definitely do that with venison roast. At this point, so there's no added liquid or anything that gets put into here, I'm going to get this plugged in and get this turned onto low. This is going to have to go for about 2.5 hours. Now I have a lot of chicken in here, so it may have to go longer. Mode, low, and we're going to set it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be date night. We're tired. There's been a lot going on this week. Just a lot. Even with lots going on, we're still going to keep our date night.
Yep.
And we're heading down to Hoozles at the Lakes tonight. And today's video is sponsored by the Upside app. Upside is a free app that has over 100,000 different restaurants, grocery stores, and gas stations. So all you have to do is search the area where you're at, wherever it is that you might want to go out for dinner or something like that, and then find a restaurant. All the restaurants that are offered will pop up, and there's a mix of both, at least in my area, and I'm not in a high population area, but there is a mix. How you doing over there?
I'm good.
There's a mix of both what do you call those, like chain restaurants, as well as just kind of your local mom and pop style restaurants. So tonight we're heading to Hoozles at the Lakes, and we're going to
score some food on the Upside app.
We're going to have some fun.
We're going to have some fun. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Using the Upside app is really easy. It's free to download wherever you get all of your favorite apps from. And then the first thing that you're going to want to do is search your area. Then you're going to want to claim whatever offer it is that looks appealing to you. Pay as usual with your credit or debit card, and then follow the steps in the app. Usually within that day, sometimes it might be the next day, it will show up in your Upside account how much cash back you have earned. The Upside app earns you actual cash back. There's no confusing rewards or points or credits. It's just actual money that you can transfer straight to your bank account. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download the free Upside app and use code ACountryLife to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or you can always scan the QR code right here to claim this offer. And thanks to Upside for sponsoring today's video. Good morning. All chaos is breaking out here right now. I've got Emily and her 3 little kids. Not like they're bringing the chaos, but you know how it is. You do bring the chaos? You know how it is. Joseph, Peter, and Maria as uncles and aunt. And are you doing okay over there, Joe, with him? Make sure he's actually eating. So anyway, it's just been it's been something here. I have not poured a cup of coffee yet, so I'm going to have a cup of coffee here this morning, and we are going to get started on the rest of the bridal shower food. So I can't remember yesterday if I told you the menu is going to be chicken tacos, like taqueria style. And so we've got the corn tortillas and the flour tortillas and the chicken that was cooked down and the queso fresca or fresco, queso fresco cheese or fresca, and like just kind of all those types of things that go on it. The pico, we're going to be making pico de gallo today. But we're also doing pretzel salad and we're doing fruit kebabs. So first thing is going to be to crush pretzels and melt butter and combine it with the sugar so that we can get that just a random beach ball. And then we're going to get the pretzels going for the pretzel salad. So what you do is melt butter and then mix it in with some sugar, coat the pretzels in that mixture, and then bake them for about 10 minutes until they get crunchy. Yep, I crushed them already. We're timesing the pretzel salad recipe by 4, but we're only timesing the butter and sugar by 3 because a whole pound of sugar or a whole pound of butter plus a whole cup of sugar just seemed like that was going to be too much. Yeah, it just seemed like it would be too much. So anyway, everything else we're going to times by 4 though. And I think that's how I have done it in the past when I've done like a really big batch. A whole lot of pretzels. I think this whole entire bag. Am I going to be able to fit it all in here?
In where?
Just in here.
Oh.
Just barely. Pretzels are out of the oven. I'm just letting them cool here because then what happens is I just lift once I lift the foil, it'll just kind of crumble and break, which is just what you want. And then once that's totally cooled, I'm just going to store this in like a Ziploc bag or something until tomorrow. We'll add that to the pretzel salad at the bridal shower. All of the kebabs are done, so I think We think we have about maybe 52 to 55 kebabs here, and it actually worked out really well. We put everything just kind of like in order here, and we just circled around the counter here, skewering the fruit until it was all used up. We have a little bit of fruit, actually quite a bit of fruit here left, and this we're just going to snack on. This is just going to be like with our lunch or whatever today. Emily is working on cutting the strawberries for the pretzel salad. Again, we're just going to store those in a little container and then add them tomorrow to the pretzel salad. So we're getting started now with the pico de gallo, and I'm also cutting up limes so that if people want to squirt lime over their tacos, they can do that. Or I guess they could squeeze lime over anything they want. But anyway, I suppose, what would be really good? The lime squeezed over the fruit. That would be delicious too. Okay, well, let's keep going. Emily is going to get started with onion. And then, here, do you want this knife?
Yeah, I'll just use that. That's really big.
I always do the Pioneer Woman pico, which, I guess it's a recipe. It's basically just equal parts of onions, tomatoes, and cilantro. Then 1 or 2, depending on how much of this you use, you put in 1 or 2 jalapenos, and then a squeeze of, it says slice a lime in half and squeeze the juice from half a lime into the bowl,
What do I do with the
and then sprinkle with salt. That is literally it, and it makes the best pico. And then if you do want to make guacamole, it makes delicious guacamole. You just take all of the mixture that you made and you just stir it into mashed avocado. So delicious.
I'm just going to leave for a bit.
I honestly love onions, so I don't.
I like onions a lot too. And your eyes water though? That's what it is for her. Then we'll just go like this.
What, bud? You did? Oh, I think that's really cool. And an owl? Wow.
And we got bear tracks.
And we saw rocks. Mommy.
Oh,
Tell
thank
them about
you.
the bear tracks.
We saw bear tracks and
Ooh.
deer tracks.
Ooh, that sounds really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's very nice.
Wow, how pretty.
I'm hungry, Mommy.
Okay, one
You're
second.
hungry?
Emily's gonna squeeze in the lime. I would do the whole lime, all 4 pieces. So she's gonna squeeze that in. Then we're gonna add a little salt, get this all stirred up, and then taste it. Because we went a little bit lighter on the cilantro. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? I just want a bag of chips and this for my next 4 meals.
Yep.
We actually have a bag of chips, in there if you want to grab a chip, just so we can put it on there just to make sure it's the right flavor. Little quality control here. Oh yeah, Warren, for lunch I have some chicken salad.
Chicken salad?
Do you like chicken salad?
Yeah.
No.
Ready?
What does it need?
Library book.
Or salt.
More salt?
Let's see if there's any good books. I survived the attack of September 11th.
How's that one?
That's better.
Better? Should we put in another jalapeno?
Practice is brutal as you
Or leave it?
practice.
Yeah, I think it's just right. I get that little after heat. That's good. We're getting more components of the pretzel salad ready, so we're just straining all of the, what is this?
Pineapple juice.
Oh yeah, the crushed pineapple. Like, what is this? I don't even know anymore. So that, and then I'm just going to store this in a little container, so then tomorrow when it's time to put together the pretzel salad, it'll be really easy to whip up the cream cheese and the Cool Whip, and then we'll just add all of the ingredients because everything will be all ready to go. Well, here we go. I wanted to film a little bit this morning, but I am always pushing the time limit, and that just didn't happen. But anyway, Emily is a huge help for me here. We have all the fixings for the Taqueria Style Tacos, chips. Oh, hi, Carrie. And a little queso. Just doing fruit kebabs. There's the pretzel salad all finished. And then my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, her aunt, did all the cookies and cupcakes and this gorgeous display. Just a gorgeous display. And we have the drinks, and we've got ice, and some more drinks. Everything just looks so pretty. And we have a little hors d'oeuvre spot here. And all the pretty gold. Everything is just so pretty. Yeah, that one's a pincher.
Oh, wait, the flower.
Is that too tight? I have wine already and shells, corn shells. Are you sure? You want to just take that whole crock pot with the shells home?
Yeah,
How's that?
that sounds good. Then I have it.
Shower is done. It was a great time. Everything turned out great. And it's cleanup. Always cleanup, right?